Hi everyone, my name is Adnan Ahmed and today we will discuss more than 10 techniques in IELTS reading that you can practice and can score better. Number one, heading. Read the heading of the passage that is on the top. That will give you an idea that what is the article about or the passage about. Number two, go to the questions. Read the questions and then come up to the passage and look for the answer. Why? Number three. Number three is the order. Order means what? Any question that is asked that is in a chronological way. It means that that is step by step. In most cases, it is in order. Sometimes, because we are not, how should I say this? We are not going to take risk. Definitely, everyone whosoever is appearing in IELTS, they want to score better. Normally, the answers are in order. So you should come up to the questions, read the question carefully, and then go to the passage. Number four, read 5 questions at first place. Read first question very carefully. Each and every question should be read carefully what the question is about. Then go to the passage. Why I'm saying 5 questions? Because in reading IELTS, if you are going to appear in IELTS and if you are taking instruction, you have joined an academy or you are preparing at yourself, definitely on YouTube, you have seen many videos. Why I'm saying 5 questions? Because 5 questions, you will go to the answer, you have to mark the question as well. This question is about like how you should do it. I'm going to explain it more. Read the question, underline the most important, like the whole question is about one thing, am I right? So you have to underline the word. That will give you an idea that this question was about about a particular information. And when you have underlined that word, that will give you an idea that what is the question about. 5 questions, no one question and go for the answer, then next question, then go for the answers. It is going to waste your time. And the time management in reading section is difficult if you have not practiced the techniques before appearing in IELTS. The next is practice all type of questions before you sit in the exam. Why? Because you are very good at multiple choice question. For example, I'm just putting an example. And when it comes to true false, you haven't practiced well. Definitely you are going to face difficulty in the exam. So all type of questions, you can do practice tests. Plenty material there on Google. You can download the practice test and then you can practice them. All type of question, because once you have practiced a lot of questions, it is going to give you an ease in the examination. The next step is underline names, dates, and important information. Underline the dates, names, any important information. Information itself says that I'm important. If you are a good reader, you must know that names, dates, and important information, that can be about anything. You should have to underline this because in any question, you may be asked about that. Number 7 is don't panic. Don't panic in what sense? Like you say, don't panic. What is this? Don't panic means the topic is not necessary that you know about the topic. You never know about the topic, am I right? If you're a literature student or you are a student of business or you have you are a science student and you see that the article is about literature, definitely you are not familiar with that. That was not in your studies. It does not mean that you can't answer, provided you are applying the techniques. You have to digest this reality that you do not know everything. Am I right? So don't get panic. You have to feel relaxed while sitting in exam. Okay, next is spellings. Spellings in what sense? When you are transferring your answers to the answer sheet, if you have misspelled any word, you are going to lose marks. Number 9, speed reading skills. What do you mean by that? The more you will practice, the more you will get speed with the passage of time. You will read quick, and the more quick you read, it is going to give you an edge while sitting in the exam that you can answer the questions. People say it is very hard to, it's very hard to manage the time in reading. No, it's not hard. Why it is hard? Because you have not practiced. You are not applying all the techniques. But obviously, if you're overconfident, before appearing in IELTS, you'd say that I know everything, I'll do it, it's okay. If you're speaking the way I'm speaking right now and you don't read, I can make sure that you can't score good. And that is the reality. No one will tell you. The people are just exaggerating. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you very, very important things. So watch the video till end. Number 10, poor vocabulary. What is poor vocabulary? Like me, while like I'm in Pakistan now, here people don't communicate in English. Our official language is official language is English, but people don't speak. Why? Because our national language is Urdu. Official language is no doubt English. People know the English because now the education is getting how should I say this? The education is common. Everyone is going to school and colleges. People have the capability to understand English, but because this is not necessary, this is not English country. So while we are communicating with the people around us, we don't speak in English. But that means that if you don't practice more, if you don't read more, you have poor vocabulary. You have to work on your vocabulary because you never know what the passage or the article that is in front of you in reading is about what. You should know some difficult words. You should go to BBC, listen to Al Jazeera, read their articles, and definitely 2 months, a person who is speaking the way I'm speaking right now, like you can easily assess what is my vocabulary right now while I'm throwing out all the, how should I say, all the words that I have in my heart, in my mind, or whatsoever I know about English. So you have to improve your vocabulary. That is going to give you an edge while answering the questions. Next technique is practice reading difficult articles. Difficult articles mean like, okay, there are certain volumes, 1, 2, 3, 4 by Cambridge for IELTS. Don't stick to those volumes only. Why don't you go for newspaper? Why don't you go for articles, economic articles, scientific articles? Go to newspaper, you will find each and everything there. Political conversation is there, the economic conversation is there, and then obviously international politics. Definitely when you will go through different situations, it is going to boost your vocabulary. Next and the final step is set time before appearing in IELTS. What do you mean by that? Okay, let me explain it. Practice. Put a stopwatch in front of you and start practicing the test and see how much time you are spending on one passage. That is going to give you an idea that how good you are to manage time. And if you are spending more time, you should focus on all the techniques that I have told you before, that where you're lacking, you have to practice again and again. Last thing, please never think that you're listening to this video and you can score better. No, I'm not going to promote my video, Why? Because I'm here to guide you. These are the instructions. These are the techniques that you are supposed to practice. Unless you practice these things, you can't. If someone is saying that is rubbish, I don't believe that. I have personally appeared 4 times in IELTS. I never score more than 7. And I'm very happy to tell you. Overall 7.0. And it's like 4-5 years back now. I haven't done IELTS recently, but obviously because that is my subject, I love English, so I love to teach and guide people, the people like you who are struggling with English. So please, these are the techniques, practice them one by one, all the techniques. Pause my video, write down the techniques, start practicing it. Trust me, if you don't practice, you are not going to score better. My name is Adnan Ahmed. If you think you have learned something from this video, please do subscribe, share and comment, and I will make another nice video about IELTS for you people. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.